All right, good morning. It is Friday, November 29th, and this is our reading for the 29th through December 1st. I can't believe it is almost December already. So this weekend is a little bit on the strange side. We're kind of in a middle ground waiting period. We've been in this state of like things being revealed for a while now. And today we have the moon in Scorpio, which is putting Pluto and Aquarius in charge, and it has been for the last day and a half. And this has been kind of a time where hopefully you're starting to see things clearly about your social life, your friends, the people closest to you, just people that you work with, any group that you're involved in, community, and so on and so forth. And Pluto is going to be destroying those things over for a while now. And then we're like rebuilding, like there's these power struggles that are happening. But essentially nothing is happening in the planets this weekend for the most part. So it's like just paying attention to what's coming up, what's being revealed to you, what are you seeing, what's becoming more clear to you. And today, the moon is going to make a few more revealing aspects before it moves into Sagittarius overnight. And then Jupiter retrograde is going to be in charge. And Jupiter doesn't like being in Gemini where it's at right now, but it is in mutual reception with Mercury retrograde, which is also in a place it doesn't like to be. So there is a lot of like being in your head and reviewing your thoughts, your ideas, your beliefs, old conversations that maybe you've had. There's a lot of energy of trying to figure out how on earth maybe you missed something, and really accepting the things that you're seeing that maybe are making you uncomfortable. And that's like the biggest lesson in this, is making sure that you're sitting with what is uncomfortable and you're actually paying attention to it. You're actually working through it and dealing with it instead of brushing it off or making excuses for it. We do have a new moon in Sagittarius. It happens at 9 degrees Sagittarius, late Saturday night, early Sunday morning, depending on where you are. This is a new beginning, right? This new beginning in Sagittarius with the ruling planet retrograde in mutual reception with Mercury retrograde. This really kind of gives me this energy of like starting new. Like it's almost like a starting over kind of thing. Like you're starting new with the past, right? You're wanting to go back and relearn what you thought you already knew, especially in the realm of like just belief systems and like your worldviews and things like that, especially. But overall, this weekend is kind of like just being alone, almost kind of stepping back from everything and really taking the time to think things through. Okay. Over this next weekend, basically we've been in like this little things being revealed slowly but surely type of energy. And over this week, they're kind of going to start to unfold a little bit more and then kind of blow up next weekend. So that's really the type of energy that we're in over this weekend. It's just like a chill, take a step back and look at everything, right? So energy of the weekend is the Nine of Wands. Definitely I've been here before, I've seen this shit before, I'm not going to let it take me down this time type of energy. Have that guard up. You're protecting yourself from bad things happening again or hurt happening again type of energy. What we're focusing on is the Hangman. Make sure that you are slowing down. You are taking the time to look at the whole situation, the whole picture. You're not trying to rush anything this weekend. And what we're avoiding is the Seven of Cups. Don't try to overcomplicate something by trying to explain it away. If it makes you uncomfortable, sit in that being uncomfortable. Don't try to look for excuses. Don't try to explain it away. Really got to face the reality here. Don't put yourself in the fog. Don't like intentionally stick your head in the sand to avoid the reality of whatever it is that's been coming up for you. Bottom of the deck is the Chariot. So this is like a movement forward, but it's like a slow, steady movement, right? So there's this energy of things have been changing. They have been moving. They've been moving slowly but surely. And maybe you've been brushing it off because it wasn't big enough to catch your attention. But definitely make sure that you are slowing down and you're taking the time to pay attention to it and work with it as these things come up. Maybe take the weekend to just kind of chill and rethink everything and sit with yourself. But that new moon is a good time to start fresh with learning new things and start fresh with your belief systems and your views of things, okay? Clarifiers for the 9 of Wands. Why do we have our guard up this weekend? Oh, we've got the Star. Oh. I feel like a lot of people have been getting caught in a lot of things. So now it's like they're offering the world to people, and 3 of Pentacles. So this is a little bit like, yeah, people get caught in things and then they're like, oh crap, what am I going to do? So they start offering the world to folks to try to lure them back in, right? So the Star and 3 of Pentacles, this is kind of giving me a little bit of a twofold thing. 3 of Pentacles would be those groups, right? Groups that you're involved in, particularly things like coworkers, anybody that you network with, but just groups in general as well, your community that you're involved with. It's like if people are getting caught in things, they're over here trying to go, oh wait, here, let me give you hope, right? But there's also an energy of keeping your guard up because there's something better coming in. There's healing coming in. There might be a better group coming towards you. Or, you know, it's the herd is thinning is basically what I'm hearing here is like, keep your guard up against those that would be willing to offer you the world when they get caught in something, because they're going to be pulled out of that group and the group will get better and actually have that hope, actually have that healing energy. Clarifiers for the Hanged Man. 10 of Swords. And one more, please. 4 of Wands. You got to end one thing. Ooh, look at that Justice on the bottom. Judgment was on the bottom with the other ones, by the way. You got to end one thing in order to have happiness in another thing, right? So really take the time to look at the whole picture. What do you need to end in order to have that happiness and that celebration on this side? So it's an uncomfortable energy this weekend, but it's a necessary energy. It feels an awful lot like, this is actually really good with the new moon. What are you ending in order to begin new, right? So this is a really good time. Like I said, it's an uncomfortable energy. You got to sit in the things that you didn't want to know or the things that you don't want to face in order to start fresh. You got to clear out the old in order to bring in the new. So sit with that this weekend. Again, keep your guard up, but be realistic. So let's put some clarifiers on our 7 of Cups. We've got the Empress. Yeah, sticking your head in the sand, a lot of times you will block your own blessings, basically, and death. Okay, so we are avoiding putting our head in that fog. We're avoiding making excuses and overcomplicating things, okay? And we've got the Empress and Death here. It's like when you're ignoring what the universe is telling you, when you're ignoring what's right in front of you and you're trying to pretend like it's not happening, you're blocking your own transformation, you're blocking your own abundance, you're blocking your own blessings by trying to keep everything the same all the time and not allowing those changes to happen. You have to allow that transformation, even when it's hard, even when it's upsetting and intense, in order to have that abundance sometimes. Because oftentimes there's something that's holding you back and you've got to let go of it. On the bottom, we do have 6 of Wands. So there's this victory underneath of all of this, right? This is not going to be an easy energy to be in for these next few days. There is a lot of being in your head and overthinking things and thinking through things and trying to sort out things, trying to sort out the details of things in order to figure out where on earth you are and where you're supposed to be. If you're trying to avoid those changes, you're going to start making excuses for things that don't belong in your life. You're going to start ignoring realities here, and you'll end up blocking your own blessings. So really make sure that you're being honest with yourself about whatever it is that's coming up. You're not trying to ignore it. You're not trying to just stay in happy mode and pretend like nothing is wrong. Really face the reality of those things as they come up, and take advantage of that new moon to start fresh from a new state of thinking, a new state of beliefs.